Logitech's MX series of mice have long been the standard when it comes to productivity. The original MX Revolution tapped into a market of power users that had largely been overlooked. In 2015, the original MX Master was born and was met with critical acclaim. Almost every major tech YouTuber at the time did a video on it. While the MX Master 2S is more of a refresh than an entirely new product, as the newest addition to the MX family of mice, it's worth taking a look. The unboxing experience of the MX Master 2S is definitely a premium one. The box swivels open and reveals the mouse inside, and inside the packaging you will find a Logitech unifying receiver, a micro USB charging cable, documentation, and of course the mouse. And just like the original MX Master, this one is a big mouse, but it's mostly unassuming. It's a departure from a lot of gaming peripherals out there that like to announce their presence with jagged angles and RGB lighting. It retains the signature low-poly geometrical thumb rest, but the biggest visual departure from the original MX is the inclusion of 3 colors: graphite, light gray, and midnight teal like the one I have here. Logitech has since abbreviated their logo to Logi? The raised back of the mouse fits best with a palm grip, and it's great for extended sessions. The layout is pretty standard. It's a 7-button design. It has left and right click, a scroll wheel which can also be clicked, a hyper-fast scroll wheel toggle, forward and back buttons, a thumb scroll wheel, and gesture controls. The button placement is largely appropriate, but that forward button can be a little bit hard to find. The sensor is Logitech's own dark field high precision sensor, which can track accurately on any surface, including glass. It has an improved optical lens for even more accurate tracking than before, and now goes up to 4000 dpi. It previously only went to 1600, and when you're using dual 1440p 32-inch displays like I am, that higher DPI setting is definitely helpful. The scroll wheel is really nice to use, and just like a lot of Logitech's other premium devices, you can transition between a clicky scroll or a smooth scroll. While at first the gesture controls may sound a little bit gimmicky, they're actually really helpful. Essentially how it works is you have this thumb pad where your thumb rests here on the left side, and if you press it down, that counts as a button, but if you hold it down and slide the mouse to the left or the right, up or down, each of those gestures counts as a command that can be assigned to perform separate tasks. The battery on the device is the same size. It's rated at 500 milliamp hours, but this time it's said to last up to 70 days on a full charge. And if you're really in a hurry, you can charge the mouse for a full day's worth of use in just 3 minutes. The battery unfortunately is not user replaceable, not that you normally would have to, but if the battery goes out, chances are you'll have to buy a whole new mouse. It charges via this included micro USB cable. Honestly, it's kind of cheap feeling. It's not USB-C, it's not braided, and it's not particularly long. I know you only have to use it once every 2 months or so, but if you're blowing $100 on a mouse, you'd like to see it come with something a little bit more premium than this. But of course the mouse is wireless and it's detectable up to 10 meters, not that you'd really want to use it that far anyway. It is very accurate, but it does feel sluggish in some fast-paced scenarios. I did try gaming with it a little bit just to see what that experience was like. There's a little bit of latency involved. I don't know if it's the size of the mouse or the fact that there's a little bit of latency. It just felt sluggish to me, and I can't exactly put my finger on it. The software, however, is one of the best features of this mouse, and unlike a lot of other gaming companies, especially smaller ones, that have really atrocious user experiences with their included software, this one is the best I've seen thus far. It of course has mouse control remapping functions. All you need to do is select a button to assign, select a new button, or a keystroke, media control command, or even operating system specific commands. You can even set application specific controls for any button on the device. So for example, in the desktop, I have the single press of the gesture to control the play, pause, media buttons. Moving the mouse up and down controls the volume, and left and right skips the song forward or backward, and this is with any music software. However, when I'm in Adobe Premiere editing videos, I have a whole different set of controls at my disposal. Pressing the gesture button controls the pointer. Going up is ripple delete, down is to cut, left or right compresses the clip left or right, scroll click is shift delete, which deletes the clip, and pushes it together. The thumb scroll is used to move along my timeline. Forward and back move me to the front or end of a given clip, and honestly, I love using this mouse in Premiere. It's one of the best things I've added to my workflow recently. Then we have the point and scroll settings, which is where you can control most of the general sensitivity settings, like the sensitivity of the mouse, how many lines you move up and down when you're scrolling in a web page. But one of the coolest settings here is the Smart Shift sensitivity control. Change that manually just by pressing this button here, or it can do it automatically. You can set how sensitive that is, so if I just flick it, it starts going on its own, which is awesome. I use this literally all day. Then there's Logitech Flow, which can control up to 3 devices at once. This mouse has an included dongle, but it also runs off of Bluetooth. But what's really cool about it is it has included software that you can install on up to 3 separate machines and seamlessly move your mouse between the machines. In the software, you basically say which machine has a screen and what location, and as you move the mouse across the screen, it automatically switches from one machine to the next. Not only that, but you can copy and paste files from one location to another using this software, but of course how quickly you do that will depend on your network speed. My overall experience with the mouse was very good. I really enjoy it, and for me, I got it for around $89. I got about $10 off, and that was absolutely worth it for me. By using the gesture controls and really just getting used to those shortcuts in general, I was able to cut down my video editing workflow by about 10%, which isn't a negligible amount of time. The mouse, if I'm honest, was uncomfortable to use for about the first week because I'm a person that likes to use more of a claw grip. And really, with the size of this mouse, you can't really have anything other than a palm grip unless you have absolutely massive hands, which I don't, obviously. And as I mentioned, I gamed with it a little bit. If you're a really casual player or you do play games where the latency isn't an issue, then you can get away with using this mouse. But really, for the most part, it's not meant for gaming. I often feature budget-friendly tech on this channel, so recommending a $100 mouse may seem a bit outrageous to some of my regular viewers. To be clear, I do not recommend this mouse to everyone. Gamers have a very specific set of needs that I do not think this mouse fulfills. Your average stay-at-home parent is likewise not going to use some of this mouse's best features, but there are many creative professionals out there that will definitely benefit from the features that this mouse has to offer. In my opinion, the flexibility, ergonomic design, and seamless usability of the MX Master 2S justify its triple-digit asking price. Well, thanks for watching. If you appreciated this video and or found it insightful, then go ahead and give it a like. If you want to know where to find this mouse as cheap as I did, you can find it on Amazon by following my affiliate link in the video description below. Also check that description regularly for our giveaways, and also watch our other reviews here. We did gaming-specific mice. If that's more your speed, you can check out that video up here, and PC builds, which we do on a pretty regular basis down here, and other peripheral and phone case reviews, all kinds of fun stuff. Check those videos out, and don't forget to subscribe so you know when our future content is available. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.